Welcome to Mostly AI. I'm Derek Kane. A quick note, outside of my role as host, this podcast is entirely AI generated. Let's get into it.
Here is a thought that should unsettle you. We have spent the better part of a decade debating the ethics of artificial intelligence, and the machines didn't wait for us to finish. Welcome to the conversation that can no longer be deferred. I'm your host, and today we're asking, plainly and without ceremony, in 2026, what actually matters most in ethical AI?
And I think the honest answer is everything we said mattered 5 years ago still matters. Only now the consequences of getting it wrong are no longer hypothetical. Autonomous systems are making decisions in healthcare, in criminal justice, in financial markets. The stakes have shifted considerably.
Shifted is a generous word. I'd say they've arrived. So let's name the pillars. Transparency. Can we actually see what these systems are doing and why? Accountability. When something goes wrong, who answers for it? Bias mitigation. Consent. Human oversight. These aren't new ideas. What's changed in 2026?
What's changed is that regulation has finally caught up, partially. The EU AI Act is in full enforcement. The US has its executive frameworks. But more importantly, the public has caught up. People are no longer willing to accept the algorithm decided as an explanation. They want to know who built it, on what data, with whose interests in mind. That shift in public expectation is, I think, the real turning point.
And yet, and here's where I'll push back, there's a school of thought that says aggressive governance is itself a risk, that over-regulating AI in the name of ethics simply exports the technology to jurisdictions with fewer scruples. You've heard that argument. Do you buy it?
I've heard it. I don't buy it. Not entirely. That argument has been used to justify every race to the bottom in the history of industry. The answer to others will do it badly is not, therefore, we should do it carelessly. The answer is principled leadership, and that requires something no algorithm can supply. Human beings who are willing to be accountable. Full stop.
That's the irreducible truth, isn't it? Accountability cannot be automated. Responsibility cannot be delegated to a model. Whatever the system does, a human being signed off on it, trained it, deployed it. That signature doesn't disappear because the interface is elegant.
Exactly. And that's why governance frameworks matter. Not as bureaucratic friction, but as the architecture of trust. Transparency tells you what the system is doing. Accountability tells you who answers when it doesn't. Bias mitigation tells you whose reality the system was built to reflect. And consent, genuine informed consent, tells you whether the people affected had any say at all.
So if you had to distill it, one thing, the thing that matters most in 2026, what is it?
Human oversight. Not as a checkbox, as a genuine, ongoing, empowered practice. The moment we treat oversight as a formality, we've already lost the plot.
Well said. And if you want to see what principled AI governance actually looks like in practice, not as a manifesto but as a working model, I'd point you to ClearData AI at cleardatai.ai. They are doing the serious work. Transparency, accountability, bias mitigation, built into the architecture from the ground up, not as an afterthought, not as a marketing claim, as a commitment. Have a look. The conversation continues there.
It does, and it's a conversation worth having before the systems we've built make it for us.
On that note, thank you for listening. Stay rigorous, stay curious, and for goodness sake, stay in the room.
You've been listening to Mostly AI, a podcast built with AI-generated content, production, and audio elements. Thanks for being here. Until next time.